Guys, before we get into this video today, I want to give you a little bit of a reason why it is the way it is, and also why these two guys have come up to give me a hand today. Deadly. Motorbikes was always at my disposal. Always had a massive interest in them. Used to dream about them right up to the point I was a teenager. And then I used to dream about girls being on bikes. I raced motorbikes up until 2009, where I was in Spain doing a pre-season test. I was running a new engine in. I got a high side out of a corner and I dislocated and rotated my collarbone for the second time. Now, it was a category 3 injury, and the next stage after that was the bone out through the skin. So I was lying in the medical centre and I told my dad, that's me done. Now, I wasn't done with bikes, I was done with racing bikes. I started riding enduro bikes, all off-road stuff, bit of fun, bit of sport with guys, and eventually I transferred to a road bike. Now, the road bike I had was an R1200 GS. Shoot the B-roll. This is an R1200 GS, it's a TE model. It has a 20 litre tank and you could empty 2 tanks out of it easily in a day's riding. If you look at it, you can see it's a bit rough. It's because I have never owned a bike to polish it. I always owned them to ride them. In September 2021, I was about to head off for an adventure weekend on my GS 1200 to South Wales. On the evening before I got the boat sailing across, I got a phone call to say that I was the winning bidder in all of this land. During the bidding process, I had made a plan that if I was to become the landowner, I wasn't going to ride the bike for 2 years, because what I wanted to do was to start to develop it. Remember, this was a green field. I wanted to park the bike for 2 years, use that money to build infrastructure and get the stage set for what is going to become. Ew, this ground's wet. Look at that there. Oh, near lost the boat. 6 to 9 months having not rid the bike, I was starting to think I'll sell it, and to justify selling the bike, I'll buy a quad. The quad can be used all the time along the land, and it would just be more practical to do. Kids could drive it, all that sort of stuff. But everybody that spoke to me about it, or I spoke to about it, told me that if I sell that motorbike, I'll regret it. And because they all recognise that it's such an important part of me, and bikes is such an important part of me, that I'd be a lunatic to sell it. I would regret it. So I stuck to the plan. Don't ride the bike for 2 years, and we'll see where we fare up. See that wall? I done a hedge laying course, and I was always wondering why them trees were in the wall. It's the old Irish way of hedge laying. Big round stones, and the hedge was built into the wall. Right, back to the point. I stuck to the plan of not riding the bike for 2 years, and I was looking at quads and seeing the price of them and stuff. And to buy a second-hand quad, really, today's second-hand price is what I consider to be the price of a new quad for the age it was. Like, there was quads at 15 years old and people was looking £3,000 for them, and that was a no-go for me. You're only buying something that's probably going to give you jip. Now, leap forward till this spring. Here we go. 2 years was up in September. Course. Pete's itching to get out on his bike. I get the bike all serviced. I was going to spend like £1,500 on it, because I had to get shock and tyres and a whole pile of things done to it to leave it all tightened up and sweet. The guy that had it for 2 months. I picked it up the evening before the MOT, and he had done the bare minimum to get through the MOT. He actually broke the headlight too, and we had to swap it out for another one so that it would pass the MOT. It passed the MOT. I read it probably about 600 miles, mostly commuting to work and back, trying to fit it in to my busy schedule, and it wasn't working. The point being, I didn't miss the bike. Didn't say to anyone, I just didn't miss not riding it. So, skip forward to this week. I have 3 boys. The youngest is 3 years old, the middle boy is 5, and Ivor, who you already know, is 9. He comes to me and says, what are we doing on Thursday and Friday? We're off school. I know the wife is going away till a pantomime with the youngest boy on Friday. So I'm like, road trip. They say, where are we going on a road trip? I says, I'm looking at quads on the internet. Let's go and see one. So we leap forward into this week. The wife leaves at 0900 on Friday morning to go to a pantomime with the youngest. My sister rings me at 0930 and says, I didn't get the boys a Christmas present. And with her kids being off school too, she was going to take them to the trampoline park for a session. So I put it to them. They wanted to go anti-judo. I come up with the idea that I'll take the bike down and we'll see what happens. I go to the dealership. As soon as I take my helmet off, the guy waves at me, but he recognizes me. I would recognize him too. He used to race motorbikes when I was racing, a fellow competitor. We talked about racing. I asked him how much would that thing be worth as a trade-in. He put a price on it, and he put a price on it that I couldn't refuse. This is what I got for £2,200. You couldn't make it up. Did I mention my apple trees are all still alive? Yeah. This is what I did to keep the sheep from eating them, because they had no grass left. Starting to bud up a wee bit. Look. Spring's coming, boss! Spring's coming! Even this one's budding up, but look at the growth difference in the two. That's why it's not protected. It's going to be removed. Right, these dudes are getting itchy feet. Want to drive the quad?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Right guys, I'm going to put you down while I get this thing warmed up and get the boy prepped on how to ride it. Here's a bit of a shot of the bike coming back up the road yesterday. It was raining. We took it for a bit of a spin as soon as we get it off, didn't we, boss?
Yeah.
He learnt to drive it and he was a bit scared of it. But are you going to drive it today?
No.
In time. He is the petrol head. He's the technician. Right, here's a clip of how we arrived with the bike, took it off, had a bit of fun in the rain, got soaked, didn't we? Yeah. And we'll come to this clip again of the dudes riding across the field. Wait a minute. Right guys, you may not have seen that coming off, but I just reversed it up here. There's no kilometers. Now we know how to start it. This is how you drive it.
Can I sit on the back?
In a minute, whenever I get to it. No hands!
Get that quad! Go quad!
Crazy.
Am I driving?
Can't wait to get driving. Right, clutch in, or that's the brake on. Yeah. There, start. No, up here's the start actually. Nope, brake in.
How do I do this?
Right, I'll come back. Right, stage one of learning to drive a quad. We talked about this going up the road. Use the thumb throttle just to rev it. It's in neutral. Slow speed. Fast speed. This is your brake. This is your other brake, foot brake. Handbrake. Yeah, that's enough for today. Okay, we'll do a wee bit off thing. We'll come back to this after. So, you got it, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, way you go. Fill on the rod. Are you mummy's boy or daddy's boy?
Dad's boy.
What? Can't hear you.
Dad's boy.
Okay. Yeah, boy. That's how you do it. Right, reverse. Brake in. Watch where you're going, man. Right, full steam ahead. I don't know if I'm ever going to get a spin on this. Maybe whenever they're at school. Maybe not if there's no petrol on it. The bike has disc brakes. It has four-wheel drive. It has a winch on the front of it which pulls 750 kilos. This will all be tested in the near future. Guys, thanks for watching. See you in the field. On the quad. See you in the field, boss. Yeah, go for it, but stay out of it. Hey, up into the upper field because it's drier and not too fast. Guys, we'll do a review of this yoke after 2 or 3 months and I'll be able to tell you all about it. I have never actually driven a quad up until this point, so once again, see you in the field, boss.
Yes.
Did I mention we have 2 and 4-wheel drive? We're probably going to need it today. There's the cavalry has arrived. Yeah, we're going to use a tank of petrol today. Right, Mom, good luck. Hold on, make him hold on to the tank because you'll turn the handlebars.
Hold on here.
No, you hold on down here, Blake.
Watch he doesn't.
Yeah.
Watch he doesn't touch this gear thing. Don't touch
No,
that.
alright, he'll hold on tight. His mum's a bad driver. Yeah. There's the petrol going today. What do you think?
Yeah.
What do you think, boss? Right, we're definitely going to leave it here now. See us in the field. With a quad in it. She's not afraid of it anyway, is she? Is he? Is Clodagh a crazy driver? Digging up my field. There'll be no grass for the sheep.